Hey everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we are back again here on a Wednesday of all days because we are starting a new segment here on the channel, and we are going to call it Star Trek Comic Collective, as you can see above there. Basically, this came about because I have an enormous amount of Star Trek comic books, and man, I'm just not reading them. They're sitting there, right? And there are incredible stories, incredible artwork, and just a whole world of Trek adventure that I'm kind of leaving sitting out there, right? So I figured if I made a commitment to come on here once a week and talk about some Trek comic books, then that would give me the incentive and motivation to follow through with that, read these comic books, and then also gives me another chance to get on here, talk about Star Trek, and show off some of my goodies. So, this also has came about because as I was kind of organizing my new Star Trek comics, of which there is quite a few different lines here, and actually we'll get into that, but I realized I was missing some, so I emailed my comic book guy, and he emailed back saying, "I got a couple boxes. Would you like to look through? $1 a piece?" And I said, "Well, yes, the price is right there." So my son and I, we went up today, went through, and it was a beautiful couple of boxes here. I'm telling you, absolutely tremendous. Basically, allowed me to complete multiple collections. And I'm talking really good stuff too here. We've got stuff from the DC. Actually, hang in there one second. We're going to show you. Oh, okay. It's a big stack. Hang in there, everybody. Okay. So, the biggest thing here that we got was the completion of the first run of the Star Trek DC. That's not even the whole thing, that's half of it. The Star Trek DC line. So here we've got them all bagged and boarded. Here's the second half. That's 1 through 56 all together. And I had already had the first 19. Well, not the first 19. I had 19. So I was able to fill out the rest of that collection there. Along with that, we also got, basically we finished up the specials, we finished up the annuals, we did, what else did we get here? Oh, yes. Finished up the Who's Who, of which there's only 2, but still. A lot of good stuff that we found there today. And again, just for $1. $1 a comic. So, we spent a good amount of our time today bagging and boarding and organizing, and as you can see, this is what we've got now. There we go. Okay, so look here, IDW, this box here, TNG, and then you've got your DC, you've got Marvel, you've got Malibu, more Marvel, more DC, more Marvel, and of course down here you've even got some Gold Key. So, and the good news is we are fully bagged and boarded and also inventoried so that when we go out we know exactly what we've got and what we need to look for, right? So here is the this is the spreadsheet to end all spreadsheets, right? So I've got, we're just in one tab here. This is the comic tab, but this is also the novel list as well. But here is the comic tab. So you can see we've got it sorted out here. And I didn't make this. Some very, very wise and lovely individual did this, and I've been able to take it. Look, it even links to Wixiband, so you can see the covers and such. But anyway, here's what we've got over here. Gold Key, and as you can see, you got 61 total Gold Key there at the top, and you can see the number of the ones that I have, right? Anything that is colored in green, I have the full and complete set of, okay? So then we've got Marvel, and as you can see, I've got a I've got a good bit of work to do there in the Marvel section. We've got some of it, but there is, still quite a bit to find. But it's all logged. It's all right there. I print this out. Boom. I know what I need. But check this out. We get to DC. Oh, boy. Look at all that green. We like that. We like that look, right? So here we are. We've got all of the first series. We've got all the annuals. We have all of the movie series. We have the Who's Who. We have, these are the collections. We don't have all those yet. Now the second monthly series, we do have a good fat chunk of it. And we will, keep our eyes out for that. Have all the second series annuals, all the second series specials. We do have to find some more here in the Modala Imperative. But then look at this TNG, baby. Look at these sweet TNG numbers right here. Ooh, we've got them all. We've got them all except for some of these collections, which is fine, right? Which is really fine. But that's a beautiful thing to see right there. So going down, there was also Malibu releases. Malibu did the Deep Space Nine line. And as you can see, we've got a good amount here of the Deep Space Nine run. And we do have the miniseries as well here. We've got a couple of those and a couple of these, here and there filled out. So I don't have any of this Wildstorm stuff. So that'll kind of make it easy to find that. And then, of course, the latest to pick up the line here is IDW, right? And we do have a pretty good stack here of this is like the old IDW stuff here, right? But we have a whole stack, well, not a whole stack, but we got a box over there of the new IDW stuff. So that as well, we've got that kind of logged in here, and we know what we have and what we're looking for, as you can see. And there is a lot that we definitely don't have. Let me see, this goes back, IDW's had the license since 2007. So they've had, almost, coming up here on 20 years holding the license in a couple of years. So they've made an incredible amount of comics. And I've only recently started picking them up, starting right there with the Stargazer. So we can actually tell you what we could do right here live on the channel. We could say we do have all 3 of the Stargazers. We do have all 5 of the Resurgence series. But it turns out we do need bits and pieces of these. Ooh, I want this Halloween one too. Let's look at that one. What's that? 404 not found. Never mind. And Picard's Academy, that's I think a new one that came out. I don't have any of that either. So I've contacted my local comic book guy, and we're going to work through getting those filled in. But basically, the current series that are not included on this are the ones that we are going to be talking about to kind of start off here on the show, the Star Trek Comic Collective. And we're going to talk about that in the next episode here. But as you can see, the 2 kind of newest additions here to the Star Trek comic book world are Red Shirts and Star Trek Voyager Homecoming. So these are the 2 that we're going to feature here coming up on the channel in the next, we'll probably do Red Shirts this week, and then next week we'll talk about Homecoming, right? I'm also thinking that it would probably be a good idea in this series. It won't be as long as the book ones where I kind of average about 20-minute rant on those. This will be a little bit different. We'll look at some of the art. We'll talk about it a little bit, show off some of the things that I liked, and, just kind of summarize it that way. But it might be a good idea to do maybe one old and one new comic. So I'm going to think about that this week. But for right now, just, we'll be doing a little bit of a closer look here at Red Shirts coming real soon here on the Star Trek Comic Collective. So, thanks for hanging out and looking at the newly bagged and boarded and inventoried collection. I hope you're a fan of spreadsheets like I am, right? Look at this beautiful spreadsheet. And, keep coming back for more Star Trek comic book fun. As always, my friends, live long and prosper, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.